Okay guys, here we go. Rocky actually talked about his new album, Don't Be Dumb, for the first time ever since he beat his court case, and he actually said that he just wants to drop the record. Today, we're gonna go over all of the new info, so let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip-hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and recaps everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So we know that A$AP Rocky just this past week has beat his court case against A$AP Rocky, or for shooting A$AP Rocky, and we know that since then he's also went on social media to at least acknowledge that he knows about the record. He knows about Don't Be Dumb, the infamous record that we were supposed to get for, at this point, 3 years. Then we had a release date of August 30th of last year. Then that got delayed to the fall. Then pre-orders started getting canceled. Fans started getting refunds for the pre-orders with no money back, but the promise of a coupon to redeem once the album actually drops, which is still very cheap, we have to admit. But obviously we were looking at Rocky because after he beat his court case,
not guilty.
that was the main reason why we thought he didn't drop. And so we thought that after all of the legal troubles were gone, he would go back to finishing the record and to dropping the record. And it seems like that is exactly what he's doing, because he just gave an interview, or this was kind of an in-person interview transcribed into an article, to GQ again, one of his favorite outlets to give interviews to, and one of the best sources to just get Rocky news. And in that article, they talk about fashion, they talk about his new role of being the creative director, the first creative director at Ray-Ban, which is pretty impressive, to be real. But they also talked about the music, and those are the parts of the interview that we are obviously going to focus on. Now, we have this right here from Samuel Hine. It's called I Just Want to Drop It. A$AP Rocky talks sunglasses, suits, and his new album in Milan. So they were in Milan. It said the rapper and newly minted Ray-Ban creative director landed at Milan Fashion Week with a lot to celebrate. Now let's skip to the parts that are interesting for the music, because right here it starts to say, and then there's the matter of his long-awaited fourth LP, Don't Be Dumb. And then quoting Rocky, I'm in the mixing and mastering realm of it. He has been for a very long time. But I think, quite frankly, people are tired of hearing about updates about the album. We are, he said. They're just ready to get this shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody wants to hear where I'm at with it, how far it is along, and all that. They just want to hear some new shit just to see where I'm at. And I promise I got some new shit in the store. I'm challenging myself. It's like anything, I approach it with a different tactic, degree, or finesse. And then he goes on to say, and this was kind of the big thing that people have been posting, the album's done, he continued. I just want to drop it. I don't want to keep saying what I'm gonna do, and I want to give people what I've been promising them for a long ass fucking time. Now, he actually goes on to say more about the record. We'll take a look at that in a second, but let's talk about this first. So he says that he's aware that the fans are kind of tired of all of this. They don't want to hear about all of the excuses of why it isn't dropping. They don't want to hear about the samples clearance issues. They want to hear the music. And at least he's being real about it. He's kind of self-reflecting and seeing, okay, I've been really making excuses, or I've just been talking around for a very long time. The people want to hear the music. And I think that this is exactly what he's now realizing. And he goes on to say the album is done, which is the best news that we've gotten in a long time, because so far we didn't even know that the album was done. We did have that one new snippet that we preemptively titled Nothing Alike. Here's a listen to it if you haven't heard it yet. And I really liked it. I think it was a good snippet, but that was the only one that we've gotten ever since he actually beat his court case. But let's go on in this interview to talk about some more interesting stuff. So right around the end of the interview, where after they talked about fashion, he was asked, "I can't believe you just told us earlier that the album is done." I couldn't believe it either. "I've been asking you about it since 2021. We've been asking about it since 2018, since Testing dropped." And he said, "It is, man. I hope people don't get turned off by me answering questions about it. At this point, they don't want to hear nothing about it. They want to hear it." He's been so real. After such a long time of bullshit, this is so real. I'm so happy this interview came out. This is amazing. The truth of the matter is, fans, they're starving. And I don't think that any of us, it's numerous artists, Frank Ocean, Lauryn Hill, D'Angelo, Rihanna, whoever, I think those people who really take their time to put out timeless pieces, projects, and bodies of work, that's all that matters. I don't think they're putting out music to stay relevant, to stay culturally relevant, to stay with the times, or just to have a dick swinging contest. I don't think it's about any of that shit. I think more so, those particular people have a fan base that is like realistically starving. And the truth of the matter is they need to be fed. And I'm tired of saying that the plate is almost ready. It's hot, y'all. It's hot. The chef is cooking, but here we are. I just want to bring it out, a whole gourmet meal, the whole course. So this was kind of weird how he went into the food lane right there, but obviously he's talking about the fans demanding this album for a very long time. He's drawing parallels to Frank Ocean, Lauryn Hill, Rihanna, but I don't know why Lauryn Hill in this case, maybe just in the past. But obviously the situation with Frank or with Rihanna is quite similar, and I think he knows a lot more about Rihanna than we do. And at this point, him acknowledging that the fans are starving is amazing, and him saying that we don't want to hear any more bullshit about why it's not dropping, or, you know, where in the stage of the entire process he's at, is also pretty real. And I mean, he's right. Artists like that take their time. They don't put out music to stay relevant because they are just perpetually relevant, even though I gotta say, in the case of Rocky, a lot of people are more critical about Rocky not dropping in time than, for example, Rihanna. Because with Rihanna, we didn't get announcements back and forth and then delays and cancels. Same with Frank Ocean. So the situation is different. Rocky promised us the record in 2022 at the Amazon Music Live event, where he said that the album is done, don't be dumb. And, you know, 3 years later, he's saying the album is done. So no shit. But in this case, I think he's talking about the newer version of it, the revised version, because there obviously have been changes to the record in the past 3 years, especially after all of his reasons for leaks and samples clearance issues. He had to re-record some stuff, but he's promising us a full plate, a whole gourmet meal. The chef is cooking the whole menu. I don't know what else he said. It's kind of weird, I have to say, but we know it's coming. He's saying that it's coming, and obviously we have Rolling Loud California coming up on March 14th, 15th, 16th, I believe, or maybe just 14th, 15th. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the next date that we could calculate with some Rocky dropping, or at least him talking about it. So make sure you stay subscribed not to miss out when that is coming around. And when we're learning more about the record, I'll keep you updated. But until then, I want to know what y'all think about this. Do you think Don't Be Dumb is coming out anytime soon? Do you think it's coming in the next couple of days or weeks, maybe before Rolling Loud? And what do you think about this new interview from Rocky? Let me know all your thoughts on this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.